Welcome back, everyone. This is Greenfire. November sure has been a crazy month for me with school and Thanksgiving and all those sorts of things. I'm sorry I haven't gotten any videos up recently. I'll try and make up for that over Christmas break. So the notable things that's happened in November is I got this right here, the T44. After going through the grind, well, not much of a grind with the T43. I really love that tank. Sad to see it go, but had to move on my crew to the T44 here. And I played with it stock, probably a little too much, but thankfully my win rate stayed around 57%, 55%. And now I have the top gun turret, and I think by now I have the top engine. And this is just a little game here on Northwest. I like to sit back with my camo net and binoculars and just watch around at the first. Anyway, Thanksgiving. Boy, that was nice. Pumpkin pie. That's what I do for Thanksgiving. Whipped cream with my pumpkin pie, or as I like to say, I like to have a little bit of pumpkin pie with my whipped cream. Anyway, craziness with school and all that. And yeah, it's been busy. This Christmas break though, I'd like to get back to putting up 2 videos per day, per week I mean. Maybe per day if I can actually manage that. Some of you may have noticed my account settings if you've seen me in the garage. Well, I guess not account settings, but what I actually have. I had 5,000 gold from, well, 3,000 from that tournament. Well, not the T43 Ace Tanker game that I had. I got 3,000 from Wargaming for the medium marathon. Just recently, my clan Ground Zero had a team that won outright the full, what was that, Thanksgiving Day tournament, and I was leeching off of them, just playing a reserve because I was busy with family. But that got me an additional 15,600 gold, so I now have over 21,000 gold. And I'm one that likes to save my stuff, so I don't know what I'm actually gonna do with it. But it's going towards a Japanese line. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. As you can see right there, the T44 actually has armor. The tracks absorb shots quite well, and yeah, I'm really loving it. Can get 2 more engines. I'm gonna have fun when I get the best engine because then it'll be highly mobile. Anyway, back to my gold. I have over 21,000 gold, and people want me to get a tier 8 premium tank. Looking at the IS-6, I think I'm gonna go for Japanese premiums to train some crew. And I've been saving up my free XP for, oh boy, almost a year now, I want to say. Right now I have 175,500 free XP. I haven't converted that at all. Again, I haven't paid any money on this game, so that's been straight free XP with a standard account. And I think I'm gonna use that to make my Japanese tanks non-stock. I'm getting a little tired of grinding stock tanks in World of Tanks here, and yeah, I'm just gonna use that all out. I'm gonna stop saving up my free XP, and I've also been saving up my credits. I have close to 3 million now, and I'm planning when the Japanese come out in the next update, hopefully before Christmas, I'll be selling my S51. Yes, I still have that in my garage. The T43. I think I'm gonna sell my KV4. I don't see myself going down that line anytime soon. And possibly the KV2. I still have that tank, but maybe to free up some space, depending on how many Japanese tanks I want to keep. So that will probably, I don't know, put me close to 5 million, something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna have a full bank here pretty soon. I also bought the IS-3 this month. If you guys have seen one of my earlier videos, and that tank has been pretty awesome. I've not been able to carry as much as I'd like in it. I don't know, recently it seems like there hasn't been much teamwork in World of Tanks, but it is a wonderful tank. when I ground through it to the IS-7, I actually did not, research everything. I researched the gun and the turret, and that was how I played tanks way back then. And so I'm sort of going back through, trying to research all the modules so I can get it back up to Elite and all that sorts of stuff. I'm having problems with the accuracy on that tank. Surprisingly, it seems like the shots fly around a little bit. You'll see a little bit more later in this video. But the damage on that and everything else is very nice. I'm still gonna try and get up a 3 IS-3 platoon. Done one of those recently. Waiting to get a really good one to show you guys. As you can see, we pretty much have this game here. They still have some good tanks left, and I'm pretty much just gonna head for their base. So with 8.9, I decided to stop using Jimbo's crosshair mod now that the World of Tanks mod has the reload timer. Somehow that's not showing up in the replay. So I'm just using the standard reticle. I am using XVM, but I have my XVM customized. So if you can see here, this is showing battles for the tank, WN6 for the player, and win rate for the tank. I am a zealous believer in the person's win rate in the tank is a lot more important than their overall win rate. So I choose to show that. Gets a lot more pretty colors, I think. And then you can see I have the XVM mini-map. Also recently, after listening to the Jingles videos, I went ahead and downloaded Gnome Father's historical gun mod sounds, and if you're hearing it in this video, they are wonderful to listen to. Artillery, I mean, you can hear shots from firing all over the place. In my garage, I found a mod from somebody that was the double tiered tank carousel, so you can see all your tanks without having to scroll. That has been nice. If people really want, I can try and get a media download for my mods that I use. I know updates in World Tanks are happening so fast recently that they'll probably change for 8.10. I'll have to go and re-find where I download them, but if people would like to, go ahead and comment, and I'll see if I can do that. Now, this game here is a platoon game that I had in my IS-3. Platooning with Stuka in his T-44 and Outback in his AC-48. Recently, it seems like we've gotten these playing the IS-3 and even I think sometimes the T-44. This is a Tier 10 game on Lakeville. But you'll have to wait and see how we do. Anyway, what am I looking forward to? Well, if you know me for a little while, you'll know that I'm looking forward to the Japanese coming out in 8.10. Now, I'm hoping they come out soon. You know, I got all that stuff, the credits, the gold, the XP, all saved up for the Japanese ever since I started World Tanks, now just over 2 years ago. Those were the tanks I've been looking forward to the most. Waiting, they keep pushing them off like Wargaming does, but they're finally here. And lots of people think they're not that good. Some of them are good. Everybody's saying the Tier 10 is very good. Again, I'm not on the test server, that's not my thing to do. If you want to check out Jingles or QuickyBaby on my featured channels, they've both done 8.10 patch previews showing the tanks. I am especially excited for the Japanese Tier 10 medium. Looks like a good tank. Everybody thinks some of the other tanks are bad. I'm still going to go through them all probably. You see my playstyle is very conservative, so I think I'm not one that needs a tank with a bunch of armor. And the Japanese suit that pretty well. Good gun depression, good damage per minute. Yeah, I'm excited to try out the Tier 7 as a choice between an autoloader and a single shot. It's the same exact gun. That will be very interesting. Once I get Japanese tanks, I'll be platooning those a bunch with my buddies, and I'll probably be showing some videos, my own personal reviews of those tanks if I find a good one. Still gonna take me quite some time to go down the Japanese branch because I'm not gonna probably play that much. But I'll get to the tier 10 eventually. What else have I been looking forward to? Well, recently, again, Jingles has been doing some videos on space simulation multiplayer games. Well, they're both in research, but there's Star Citizen and Elite Dangerous. He has videos up for both of those. You can go to his channel and search for them, or the link provided here. And yeah, I'm interested in those. I've played World Tanks for a long time, and you know, sometimes I'm ready for something else. I'm not gonna quit World Tanks entirely, but it's been a while since I've played the, I don't know, MMO games or whatever they're called, and I'm about ready to get back into them. Excited for, I guess, a change of theme into space, possibly. But they're both a little ways out, and I'm not gonna pay any money for them like I do with gaming. But Jingles, he dropped, I believe, $1,000 on Star Citizen, and $200 or so, I don't know the exchange rate in euros, on Elite Dangerous, so he can bring the beta and some of the alpha to you guys. So go ahead and keep a watch on his channel. He'll be having that stuff in the future. These are pretty much the type of games I've been having in the IS3. Tier 10 games, I don't really like the inaccuracy. I'm one of those people that likes to shoot pretty close when I think I can hit the target, and this gun seems to be, I don't know, missing my targets a bit. I end up doing okay this game, but it seems like I have trouble. I can secure my side. There's a good hit there. I can secure my side of the map fairly pretty well, but getting around to helping my team on other flanks and things like that, it doesn't seem like I'm having trouble to carry that much, but that's the way that it is. I'm looking forward to doing some tank companies. If I can, I'd like to bring some live footage, but doing some tank companies with the IS3 here, with my clan, and all that sorts of good stuff. One of the big problems I've been having recently is my internet. I'm using like one of the cheapest plans. I'm in school, so parents pay for everything, and the cheapest plan internet. And that's yeah, not working for broadcasting and gaming and everything that I like to do. So I think I'm gonna have to pay for my own internet. You know, if you want something done, you gotta do it yourself. But I think that should be able to let me do some live gaming once I get better internet. Might need to upgrade computers. I really don't want to pay for gaming, but that might be the way that it is. So I am looking forward to getting that figured out so that I can bring you guys some better videos. One thing I didn't mention earlier, in November I finally had a good string together of multiple victories and pulled up to 51.5%, giving me a rounded 52% for those of you that go crazy about stats. I'm sort of crazy about stats, not all the time, sometimes. But that was a pretty good landmark for me, finally getting up over the 50% win rate. And then I string together, I think, 10 straight defeats or something like that. It's been really on and off, especially with my good tanks recently. And yeah, I've been, past couple days I've been scraping to get back up to 51.5, and I need to do some more platoons. But that's the way that it is. On my IS3 now, I have researched the better engine, and I may have researched the better tracks. I don't know yet. I gotta check that. So my current tanks I'm trying to play are all at tier 8. My 1390, I actually haven't played in that very much recently. And the IS3 and T44. And I'd like to get through those as much as possible, because once the Japanese tanks come out, which I hope is very soon. I'm probably not going to be playing any of my other tanks because Japanese tanks are my priority. I might talk about why I want to play the Japanese tanks in a later video, but I'll see how they go first. This game here, as you can see, if the other flank had failed me, there's nothing I really could have done. I pretty much just stayed here and did my own work. I think I did it pretty well. Tier 10 game, our team is capping out, and it's pretty much just time to clean up. I think I could have killed these 3 guys before the time ended, but this T-57, well, just he did something first. Anyway, good game in the T-44 and IS-3. I haven't been having too many good games recently, but my stats are slowly going up, which is good to see. And yeah, I'm excited for Japanese tanks. I hope to platoon some more, and I would like to see you guys in game. Thanks for watching. Always appreciate support. See you next time.